Okay, YouTube, I'm back for the third part of the mini video series that I've been doing in regards to my Benjamin Discovery 22 cal getting upwards of 35 foot-pounds. In the first two segments, I demonstrated the velocity using my crony. I was averaging 1,030 feet per second with 14.3 grain hollow point premieres, Crossman. Uh, with that being said, that is not demonstrating upwards of 35 foot-pounds. That those pellets get me a FPE of about 34 foot-pounds, 33.8, 34 foot-pounds. So, to demonstrate the capability of the gun getting upwards to 35, and I'm talking 38, close to 40 foot-pounds, I'm using a different pellet. The pellet that I'm going to be using is the Gamo TS22 22 grain pellet. This is a much larger pellet than the 14.3 grain. They won't be moving as fast, but the speed that they'll be moving will demonstrate that these pellets can achieve a 38, close to 40 foot-pounds of energy. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and, get to the chase. I don't want to make this a long video, but as you can see, I refinished my stock, and it turned out beautifully. But that's not why we're here. We're here for this, which is what we're going to get started with right now. So, with that being said, let me load up and get the first shot out. I'm going to do 5 shots so we can get a 5-shot average. Muzzle of the gun. First shot. 860.6. Second shot. 868.6. Sorry, I'm calculating this. 68.6 plus. All right. Sorry about the delay. Next shot. 881.4. Now I'm starting to get into the sweet spot. This is off of 2100 PSI fill up. So add 881.4 plus next shot. Plus 881.8. Next shot. Plus 895.7 plus. Here, I'm going to do 2 more shots because the gun didn't start hitting the sweet spot until the 3rd shot. So I'm going to do 2 more shots and make this a 7-shot average. 890.2. Plus Last shot should be, I believe this is the 7th. Ah, crap. Come on. Trying to keep this short and sweet. Got things working against me. Last shot. 892.9. 0.9 divided by 7. That gives me an average of 881.6 with 7 shots. So 881.6 is the average, and that's going to give me FPE of somewhere close to 38 foot-pounds, almost 39 foot-pounds. So, with that being said, as I said, my Benjamin Discovery gets upwards of 35 foot-pounds of energy. If you want details on exactly what it was that I did, you can look at the comment section of the video and it'll give you complete details. I can give you a short rundown of what I did now. Poly transfer port swap, which means I took a piece of ice maker poly tube, took out my old transfer port, used the poly tube. Power adjuster, homemade, DIY. You can find that on YouTube. Heavy hammer spring. Bought that from Discos R Us, $10. I did open up the transfer port diameter. I expanded that just a little bit. I also bought a Boss Max Flow valve. Installed that. I also opened up the, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it sits in front of the valve in the tube, and I increased the flow diameter to that hole. It's an offset hole that the air flows through to get to before it gets to the valve. Well, if it's restricting airflow to the valve, then it's restricting the power. So you open that up. I think I used a drill bit that was maybe twice the size of the hole that's in there. At any rate, with all that being said, that's all it took. I use a 2100 PSI feel. I don't go over that because I haven't changed out these screws that seat the valve. So I don't want to go over 2100 PSI. But there you have it. This is direct with Don Shooter's Corner using TS 22 pellets, 22 grain pellets by Gamo. These are monsters. This is a 177 pellet. That's a 22 grain pellet. That's a monster. Averaging speeds of 881. The last time I did it, it was 885. But yeah, 880 feet per second average, which is giving me about 38 foot-pounds of energy. So as I said, my Benjamin Discovery is the equivalent of a Marauder. And it's damn nice to look at. So thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. I appreciate your patience. I hope this video was a little bit informative on what some of the things that you guys can do to increase the power of your Benjamin. Remember that any alterations that you make to your air rifle will void your warranty. So do these things at your own risk. I spent a lot of time watching YouTube videos. Lloyd Sykes and Norm. These guys are top of the game as far as things to do to improve your performance for your Benjamin Discovery. So thanks a lot. Again, this is Don with Don Shooter's Corner and my 22 cal Benjamin Discovery that gets upwards of 35 foot-pounds. Take care.